Hey everybody, Ray here. Welcome back to another installment. So last video, got the car painted. As you can see, I cleaned up the garage. It's been, I don't know, I painted on Friday, it's Sunday now. So I spent the last couple days cleaning, just tearing down all the plastic and doing kind of a nice, actually mop the floor. Yeah, cleaned up everything. So just kind of going through what my next steps are going to be for the car, and I figure I could probably work on the interior perhaps. There's a lot to do, so I'll pick a spot to start. Just kind of got to identify what parts I'll need and get those ordered and kind of stuff. But let me show you what I'm working on today. So one of the first things I kind of need to do, I want to get the steering put together. To do that, I need to install my lower dash. So that kind of just goes, in there. You can see one of the brackets on each side still in there. It mounts to those, and then the steering, which is down here, mounts into these bolts here. Everything show them there. But so to get that kind of done, I kind of want to get this part. Any more painting I need to do, I kind of got to do it now before it gets too cold outside, and it's going to start snowing here shortly. So, yeah, so I want to get these taken apart. So I got to remove all my light switches, ignition switch, wipers, glove box, perhaps, maybe. I got to figure out how that comes out. All these plastic clips got to come off. I do have replacement. I bought wiring new clips, so if I break one, I'm not too concerned. I got to put new ones in anyway. Yeah, everything's kind of rusty, as par for the course. So I'm just going to clean it up, give it a light scuff, do a primer, and I have some trim paint. I'll paint this black. Hopefully it turns out all right, and then I'll have to reassemble it and install it. So, but major concern right now are these switches here. So I think I ordered this wiring kit a long time ago, and I'm pretty sure it comes with new switches and everything. So I'm just going to take a look at it. All right, this is the kit I bought. American Auto Wire, made just for a '69 Mustang. And in there, I believe, I haven't looked at it yet, but I think there's new switches and everything that come with it. So you can see, classic update series kit. Floor dimmer switch, good. Ignition switch, headlight switch, and yeah, that should be, I think, yeah, maybe I might need to keep the other switch, the windshield wiper switch. We'll see. I don't see it there. But, what's this? Instrument cluster update. So it comes with all the fixings. Rear body kit. And, oh, what's that? Those are flashers and relays, which I probably may or may not be able to use. What's this? That's a switch. Headlight switch. Good. So, I got one of those. And this is ignition switch. Classic update ignition switch. Good. So I'll have to remove the tumbler out of the other one. That's a floor dimmer switch. And I think that's it for switches. See the rest of the harness in there. Lots of wires. Lots of fun. Can't wait. Yeah, door switches. Good. Yeah, so just that headlight, or the other switch I need to keep. Wiper, washer, switch. So, I'll have to be careful taking that out. Or maybe I can probably source it. I'm surprised it didn't come with that, but we will see. So I will get this all stripped off. I don't think there's anything too fancy to get these switches off. I may have to Google a few things, but yeah, we'll see when it's all stripped. All right, so I got my switches out, and for those who don't know, I'll just give you a rundown on how each of the switches come out. These are for the lights, ignition switch, and your wipers. So pretty easy. This is your light one. So you can see it goes off and on. Like that's how you turn the lights on. On the back side of the switch, there's a button. So you'll have, if you don't have your dash out, you'll have to reach up under there, pull it all the way out, hit that button, and keep pulling. That comes out. And then this is sandwiched in between. This is your back half, this is your front. So you just take a screwdriver and that just turns out. Pretty easy. And that comes apart. So let's keep it together there. And the other one is your ignition switch. So this one's a little bit different. In 69 and 70 I found out these are the only models that came like this. The other years will be different. So it's just for 69. So you have to, it sits in there like this, as you can see. So you have to take this bezel off first. So it'll be in there. Take that bezel off first. You'll either need, I'm sure there's a special tool to fit these little grooves in here. I don't have it. I just used a pair of snap ring pliers and it came off fine. So that comes off and then you'll be stuck. This ignition switch will pull out the back. So this is already the new one. I was able to rekey it so you can, that'll pop out. So your front bezel comes off. I've already polished all of these too. They came up, they polished up really nice, as you can see. They were pretty dirty. I just used some brake cleaner and some, I think 4/0 steel wool, and yeah, they look fantastic. So I'm happy about that. But to get your key out, so first of all, you need the original keys. So make sure, so that one, that's the key that where it fits in there. Start, accessory, off. So you have to turn it, I believe it's one click left. Then there's a button, I think. No, maybe it's right. That way? No. Maybe I was already there. No. As you can see, well, you can see what you're hitting in there. Maybe I just missed it. Maybe find there. Can't see what I'm doing. Oh, there we go. So there is a little plunger you can see actually. I don't know if you guys can see that up underneath there. The lighting's not great in here, but there's a little plunger you're pushing on. And once you push on that, a bit finicky. It's probably easier when it's in the car. You can turn it. Oop, that's gone. Nope, I messed up. Hold on. There, it's easier if I stand behind the camera. There we are, back again. Put that in, and then give it a turn while you're pushing it down, and then it'll pull out. So, same thing to put it back in, that's the new one. There's just a little notch down there, it has to line up. You probably can't see it because the lights are bad. Let's see. Make it any better? No. There, turned the light on. So, as you can see, there's a little notch down inside there. I should have done this earlier, this is way better. So this should line up like that, and then you put it in, and then there, it's in now. There. And that's how you rekey an ignition cylinder. I don't know if that's the same for the other years. It seems to be like that just for the 69. It's a bit finicky because you can't really turn it once you got the plunger down. The key's in the way. So you just kind of got to two-hand it. I'm sure you could do it while it's still in there, but you got to take that bezel off. So that's how you do it. You put it back in. That's it. Good. And for last but not least is the wiper motor switch. So same thing. God, it came up nice. I polished it all up. This sits in the dash like that. As you can see, it's got the same slots as the light switch, but you can't pull that pin out. So you just have to take, I just took a pair of snap ring pliers and was able to get it on, and that just screws apart like this. And then that comes off, and that's all it's holding it in there. There is another bracket behind there, just a lot like the headlight switch, but it's loose, so it comes off. So I'm just cleaning it right now because it was kind of rusty, so I'm letting it soak. Yeah, that's how you get your switches apart. So I'm going to continue on with the rest of this, which there isn't a whole lot left. Glove box, I guess, and then yeah, I'll see about cleaning it up. Okay, well, it's a few days later. I didn't get too much farther that day. But what I did do is take the glove box off. I disassembled it. There's a hinge in the bottom and front plate, and it was pretty dirty and rusty. As you can see, all the dash here was exactly like this. Kind of rust showing through. That's all metal. So let me show you what I did. I turned it into that. So what I did is I disassembled it and cleaned it up, cleaned out the glove box. Then I just kind of sanded it down. I think I just used 600 grit, knocked it down. I used a rust converter on the top, and then I sprayed it with, yeah, I used, where is it? Yeah, sprayed with that, did some rust converter, let it dry, and then I used the trim black. I've read about it online. It seemed to work okay. Before everybody said it was the right color. Yeah, went on nice. I just did 2 coats on the front and the back. Polished up. I took apart my button there, my latch, and yeah, it looks pretty good compared to what it was. As you can see, I don't know if you can see that. Might just there. I don't think that looks a little better or not. Nope, just more shadows. But you can see the difference. No more rust and regular black. I think it looks pretty good. All the rust is covered. This doesn't have too much of a shine to it. It's just kind of a dull, it's not flat, it's not glossy, it's just kind of a flatter satin. Yeah, looks pretty good. So I'm gonna get the rest of this cleaned up and yeah, do the same thing with it. I'm gonna take off all my little screws because I bought the interior bolt kit as well, which includes all of these screws. So it included new screws for the glove box in there, new screws for the latch here. Yeah, it's got new screws for absolutely everything on here and in the interior. So, which is kind of nice because they were all pretty rusty. So I'm gonna get to that and I'll show you when I get it cleaned up and then before I paint it, do it maybe before and after. All right. Okay, well, I'm back. So it's a few days later. I cleaned up my interior dash here. Turned out pretty good. Just gave it a good clean. Gave it a coat of that trim black on the front there. In the back, I just hit it with the just surface rust. I cleaned everything off, scrubbed it down with some Scotch-Brite, and painted it with that rust reformer. Yeah, this will never see the light of day, so yeah, but it looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. Yeah, I'll get I'll put the glove box in, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what my next step's going to be. Maybe I'll install it and keep plugging away. But I think I'm going to end things off here. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for this little dash part. Just kind of slowly plugging away at stuff. Not as active as I was, a couple weeks ago. But yeah, I'm going to work on my steering. Next, get that installed. The pedal bracket. Everything needs to be just little cleaning up pieces of metal. Painting them, and then getting them ready to install. Just a lot more cleaning little parts. So I'm gonna keep plugging away at that, and yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next video.